everybody, it's 2023. Yes, Listen Up, Listen In podcast. You gotta check it out, www.listenuplistenin5687.com. Email me at listenuplistenin5687@gmail.com. And you can also catch me on Instagram, Listen Up, Listen In 5687. Hit that link tree and you'll see all the platforms that Listen Up, Listen In podcast is on. You want to be a guest? Come on in. You want to chit chat and all of that? Come on, I'm ready. Email me at listenuplistenin5687@gmail.com. Come on now. We're going to motivate, educate, differentiate. We're going to talk about things that we need to talk about. We're going to laugh. We might even cry. But we're going to have a great time talking. That's what I do. Listen Up, Listen In podcast. Peace.
Tanya, you ready?
Listen up, listen in. 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 Thanks for tuning in. Let's have a conversation. Talking worldwide, it don't matter your location. What you going through and the topic may have relation. Let's get some motivation. Let's swap out education. Every Friday we heal, laugh, improve, and grow. Put some nutrients in your mind, give you food for the soul. I know you pumped and preparing for your weekend and low. Might as well join the discussion and tune into the show. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to Listen Up, Listen In podcast. I'm your host, Puss Cee. Now before I start today's episode, I would love for you guys and gals to follow me on social media. Go to Instagram, Listen Up, Listen In 5687, and on Facebook, Listen Up, Listen In. You can also email me at listenuplistenin5687@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by following me on social media, you'll be able to see all the platforms my podcast is on. Wherever you consume my podcast, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast. Now let's get back to Listen Up, Listen In. Hey everybody, welcome to Listen Up, Listen In podcast. I am your host, Puss Cee. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. I'm trying to have a beautiful day, so let's keep it that way. And I got a special, oh my goodness, I have a special guest today. A lot of y'all might know her, and if you don't know her now, you will. She's the podcaster from, excuse me, Puss Cee Talks, and she goes by the name of CL. So let's give a round of applause to CL's from Puss Cee Talks podcast. What's going on, CL?
Hey girl, hey! I am here. I am excited to be in the building tonight. I am the hostess with the mostest. I am CL, and thank you so much for having me, PZ.
Thank you. You know you always be messing up my name.
Preezy, I got the art time. Sorry.
Never get that hard. It's all good. It's all right. I'm so happy that you're here. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast. I'm a little nervous because, you know, my podcast, I tries to keep it PG. Well, when I went on your podcast, it was a couple of more extra letters, but I had a beautiful time. It was awesome. You had excellent questions. The audience was great. And when I first started, I was nervous because, I never really did no live before. And I'm new to the game, opposed to you, Miss CL. But I felt really good, and I appreciate that. And thank you. I can't wait to get on your show again. So keep me moving.
Always welcome, Miss Preezy. And I thank you so much for always showing me love and support. So I wanted to pull up on your show and do the same for you. So,
thank you. Give a couple of snaps on that. So I want to know, well, my audience want to know, how'd you get started? And how'd you come up with the title?
Ooh, girl, let me tell you. So my dad died actually December 12th last year. Oh yeah, but we had a good battle with cancer. It was what it was. But me taking care of my dad, I will always try to make him laugh and just have conversations, because when you're going through that chemotherapy, it can go 3 to 5 hours. So I'm a writer first. So I would just write stuff and kind of ask him questions just to try and get to know him a little bit better, because I didn't meet him till I was 18. So I wanted to get to know him as the person, and then I wanted to get to know him as the man. So as we talked, I was just like I am on my show, just completely for real, because I'm a grown ass woman. So I asked my dad about certain things. He was like, man, yeah, I f***ed over a few because X, Y, and Z. So my original podcast that I was on, I was a co-host of Queens with Attitude podcast, and he listened to it. He was like, yeah, it's good, but it's dry. You definitely need your own podcast. And I would just write. So after he passed away, I was like, I'm gonna do it myself. And I wrote a show and I just put it out there, and it went crazy from there.
Wow, that's awesome. How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it over a year, but actually Puss Cee Talks will be a year on January 4th for the actual published episode. I had a few prior to that, but the one I finally put out was January 4th is what we came up with today. So almost a year coming up here shortly.
How does that make you feel?
Excited. I just monetized on Facebook today. Wow. So that is crazy.
Wow.
And earlier this week I monetized on Instagram. So just when I wanted to give up, because I was only doing 50 episodes, it just blew up overnight, and I'm having a great time.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, your audience is awesome. Do you always have the same, certain amount of people on your panel, maybe 2 or 3 that are always there on your panel, or you change up?
I change up as often as I can, but sometimes when you're first beginning, you'll have the same usuals, and then they kind of fizzle out as it gets older. But sometimes I have my same that I always pull up no matter what. Their Thursdays are always free, but I always try to give new people a chance. So no matter what, on my panel, I'm going to have at least 8 people, 8 to 10 every week.
Wow, that's awesome. And how does this podcasting fit in? Because I know I'm a retired correction officer. I studied private investigations. I did a little veterinary assistant, so I was just bouncing all over. But being retired, I just figured, I want to get into the podcasting. Plus, it's therapeutic for me because losing my mom, so it kind of helps me out. But with the schedule, I didn't realize that podcasting was so busy. So how do you fit podcasting opposed to doing everything else in your daily life?
Yeah, definitely my condolences to your mom, and I definitely understand when you say that. But in my daily life, when my dad died, I really struggled with depression, just getting through every day. So actually I look forward to Thursday nights just to talk, because it's a lot of things that I think about. I don't take a lot of calls like I used to, and it's just my adult interaction. So after my 9 to 5 and after being a mom, I just kind of fit it in once a week, but I actually do 10 shows a week at minimum. Wow. So if I'm not on Puss Cee Talks, I'm always on somebody else's show when they show up, because I'm a terrible guest, but people keep inviting me, so I keep showing the up. So here I go.
That's right. Wow. So when you first started, I know it was kind of nervous. You probably was a little nervous or whatever. Did you make any little mistakes and oh man, why I did that? Oh man, I done messed up this word. Cause I know I did. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to have me a dictionary to the side on my desk, because And I guess it's because you be so nervous, because I don't know, and you're going live, so it's totally different.
Yeah, I think my first 5 episodes weren't live. They were pre-recorded. And then I found out about StreamYard, and I'm like, no, I want my audience to interact, because I write my own show. Right. So a lot of times after my pre-records, after it aired, I would post the questions on my social media, and people would interact there, but I wanted to kind of see their reactions from the letters that I get and the actual questions live time. So I was like, okay, let's go live. Whatever comes up goes out, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think because it's so raw and authentic, that's why people love it.
Yes. I was in the audience one time, and then people were just typing stuff was just constantly coming. So I'm saying, like, damn, how's she reading all of that? Like, so how you do it? You just try to take each question at a time, or sometimes you can't get to everybody's question?
Well, I'm the only one that brings questions, because the name of the show is Puss Cee Talks, so everybody's coming to talk to C. I'm C.
Right.
Puss is the name of my show is Puss. I'm C, and y'all coming to talk to me, but for some reason, put Puss and C together, and that's where we're at, okay?
I am so glad because I would have never thought that. So it's Puss, you're C, and everybody coming to talk to you.
Yes, because all I do on my show is ask questions. I don't talk too much. I just facilitate a safe place for everybody to give their own perspectives. So the name of my show is actually Puss.
Get out of here!
Oh, every time I explain it, everybody says no. They say pussy. So I just don't talk about it. Whatever you think the name of my show is, that's what the it is.
Like, stop playing. You ain't trying to clean that up. Nobody. Stop playing, girl. Wow, that's awesome. Have you ever had your family members on your show?
Oh yeah, Jess B is actually my real sister in real life. She's always on the show.
Oh, okay.
She took a couple weeks off because she had 2 babies during the taping of my show.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah, that's your sister.
That's my sister. We came out the same.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, she's always there.
Yeah, she's always there.
Right.
Well, she can be. She's missed a couple episodes, but not many. I have sometimes my friends or my cousins pull up. Everybody pulls up all the time. And at some point, it's like, damn, I can't have you on. I got to boot you off to get somebody else another chance. So now social media has taken off. So now I have a lot of strangers on the show too, which they just love to come hang out with me. So I just love it.
And how many people you could actually get on your panel, like for your audience? Oh, 10. So StreamYard allows 10 plus you or 9 plus you?
9 plus me. So
okay, that's good.
Now you can pay a couple more dollars and get 12 on there, but 10, I mean, we go crazy with 10. It's always fun.
Yes. And I know Podbean, you get, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 plus me. So that's not too bad.
No.
And I like Podbean because you could do it live. The audience can interact as well if you do a live stream. And it's pretty nice. It's nice and clear. Opposed to there's a lot of other things. When you do it, you hit it, you get that interference. And I'm like, oh my God, they're about to mess this whole thing up here. So I was introduced by Podbean from another podcaster. So do you like meeting different podcasters?
Oh man,
awesome, right?
It is so good. I'm a fan of so many other podcasts, and then they're a fan of me. I'm like, why would you be a fan of me? So I just appreciate the love. And like sometimes if somebody falls through for them, they hit me up like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, let's do it. Like I'm always down at night because I ain't doing shit anyway.
True that. True that. Do you ever look for other podcasters, like? Or do you just post things up? Because I know in the beginning, starting off, they say the best thing to do to get your numbers up, you should go on different shows. But sometimes you got to do your own little homework. So sometimes I'll send little messages like, hey, this is Preezy from Listen Up, Listen In. You know, I see you, you know, you're looking for gas, blah, blah, blah. Do you ever find yourself doing that, or you just see them coming to you?
I think it's mutual. Like sometimes if I know I'm gonna have a down week or I'm feeling kind of down, I'll try to do as many shows as I can. Like typically I do 10 shows a week. So I did 3 yesterday. This is my second one today. That's 5. And I got 5 for the rest of the week too, including Puss Cee Talks. So for me, some people will see me on their friend's show, and then they'll invite me on their show, and then I'll invite them to Puss Cee Talks. So it's kind of like a mutual thing, I think, but I'm always down to do anybody's show. And I tell them, if I ain't got nothing to talk about, I'm alive, but I'm going to be there for a whole hour.
Have you ever done an interview before, as far as one-on-one with somebody, like you're interviewing them?
I don't interview anybody one-on-one. That's not my thing.
No?
Nah, that's not.
I think you would be a great interviewer.
I think so, but I just...
You'd rather do the show?
I'd rather do the show, yeah.
And how
I feel like people interviewing me one-on-one, but, you know, that it's just because I think I have DD, because, like, even in my show, it's chaos, and it can go either way, so, like, focusing on one person, I think I could do it, but it's just not my jam.
Right. Okay, that's cool. Cause your show is good and you host, and I be laughing when they be like if you say something and somebody else change you, like I didn't ask that. Like I was laughing with that. I was trying to I was like, I should cut the camera off cause I want to laugh so hard, like, but you can't.
I gotta tell people this is not your show.
Yes.
I spent all week writing these questions. Don't come in here. I will tell you that.
It was one time, and I wanted to laugh so hard, but I put my head down because I said, oh, that was funny. Because she didn't even say that. And y'all done tried to change her whole script. Like, cut. Okay, scene one, got to start all over. But it was cool, though. I like how you mix your crowd. You have different nationalities, races. I think it's awesome. I think it's really, really awesome. So how come you're only on Thursdays? Too much to do?
No, that's not true. Sometimes I'll pop in with a Saturday show or a special.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do multiple shows in a week. Like I've done open mic nights. I've done poetry jams. I got an erotic poetry slam coming up because that's what something people wanted to listen to. I let people rap on my show. I open it up, but Thursday is where I like to stay consistent because that's my day. I'm always off on Fridays, so Thursday I can stay up late.
I would love to do that poetry thing. I got a couple little things I could talk about. But I want to do a poetry thing too, but I'm like, let me slow down. But I love poetry, so please keep me informed with that poetry jam that you're going to do. I would love that.
And I got some poets that drop that shit so thick. I be like,
really?
Wow. Yeah, they do their thing.
And how often you do it?
I try to do a specialty show once a month.
Right.
I think November and October I did a couple different specialty shows. They're all on my streams and stuff. Just to show creators love, man, because sometimes you don't have that outlet or that time to go do an open mic night.
Yes, indeed.
And I also do poetry too, so I got a couple pieces out there.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
I think I got one out there called "If You Keep F***ing Me, How Can We Ever Stop Talking?" Like I got a couple pieces out there. Like nigga, if you dump me, I'ma cut your shit up. Like I got a couple pieces. They're all crazy, but nigga, if you leave, I'm coming with you. Like shit like that.
That's funny.
Toxicness, but that's me.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, it's funny, everybody doing their thing, and with this crazy world, I mean, girl, there's so much going on, so, and, I like to talk on my shows and stuff like that because, to me, if one person hear me, I'm good. That's how I feel. I'm happy. So, and, so far so good, cause I started in May, my first trailer, and then my first episode was in July, and I'm happy. It's I know podcasting is about being patient, so you gotta have patience. So that's good what you're doing. It's something else that you were telling me. You sent me something regarding those that are doing video for their podcast. What was that about? Can you explain that for those that's probably interested?
The one I use for me personally, I use StreamYard. Mm-hmm. And I like StreamYard because you can go live and just put it out there, but it also allows you to do pre-record so that way you can edit it and then publish it.
StreamYard. I heard good things about StreamYard. And also, is there something going on? It's like a something free that they doing for on YouTube with the podcasting. I think you sent me a link or something.
Yes. I'm a part of. It is called. Let me tell you, just 2 seconds. Because I've been doing it with my friend. His name is DC from What the Shit Podcast, and we're going to do the longest podcast to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. We're going to run all Martin Luther King weekend. So if you're interested, definitely sign up. We got 25 spots left. You have to have at least an hour worth of content. And you just have to sign up and they put you in the show. Like, I'm so excited about that, for being a part of it and just having fun with it.
So, in other words, you have a podcast and you're going to have people on there and they have to stay on there. It's like a marathon.
Yeah, it's a marathon. So we're going to pass the baton once every hour. It's called March to the Record Books.
Yes.
We're going for the world record of the longest video podcast. And we need everybody's help. We're going to do it for the culture. Not only the culture, but just do it for the podcast culture. So everybody gets an hour slot. You can't have no more than 45 seconds of dead silence. And we're going for it.
Wow, that's awesome. I hear that. I think I'm going to have to sign up for that. Now, what's the longest one person can sit there on the panel and just chit chat and all of that?
You got 1 hour and you got to get out.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, you can talk for an hour easy. Like my show, my issue with my show is, I think my longest show is like 2.5 hours because I have 10 people talking at once. But I've done hour shows recently, just trying to cut it short. But sometimes if I have a rough week, I have a lot of questions. But I do feel like it's a great outlet for a lot of people to earn different perspectives on things. And that's what it's all about for me.
So it's up to you to get as many people as you can to keep it going.
Yeah, definitely. I cast my own show and I write my own show.
Wow. Okay, I saw the link that you sent me, so I'm definitely gonna do that. I think I can do that. I can sit.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think you can, or if not, jump on somebody else's show that's doing it, so that way we can keep the content going, because we really got to get it.
Hell no, I'm coming to your show, because I know your show is live. I ain't going on no other person's show.
Oh, you can come on. You know, I got multiple shows. Puss Cee Talks is just my personal show, so you can definitely come on my panel. I'm handpicking my panel for that one, so you definitely got a spot on my show.
So you got multiple shows.
Yeah, I do Puss Cee Talks. That's my own show exclusively. Right. I do Queens with Attitude as well. And shout out to AAA Podcast, because we have a plethora of shows that we always jump on. Shout out to Deep Throat Conversations. It's a Hard Not Life podcast. Okay. Product of the 80s. So we got plenty of shows. Like, you always see my face. But then outside of that, I do shows with other people that I just meet, and it is what it is.
Wow, that's good. I'm proud of you, sis. It's nice to see a sis doing all these different things and keeping things rolling, because we need it. You know what I mean? So, and for somebody that's trying to start a podcast, what advice could you give them?
Man, do that. If you're thinking about it, do your first episode. Just do it. Stop thinking about it. Just go out there and do it. Find some fun people to do it with. And it's just like having a conversation with your best friend. Just don't think about being recorded or think about people listening. Just do you, and it'll come easier. You'll keep showing up every week. And when you think that your family and friends, that's my first thing when I say your family and friends and people that you thought you knew, they only gonna share your shit one time. But if you get one stranger that believe in you, it'll spread like wildfire. And so
it's the truth. It's the truth.
That's the truth. My biggest fans is people I've never met. Yes. Real talk.
Yep, that is the truth. And another podcaster told me that, he was like, listen, don't think the family or the friends gonna be supporting you. And I'm not saying they not, but he said your fans is strangers. He said, your fans are strangers. I'm like, wow, are you serious?
I monetize because of strangers. And that's real talk. Like, it's people that talk to me every day that won't share.
That's crazy. But why you think it's that?
I mean, I don't don't know. For me, I get a lot of criticism because first of all, I got a show called Pussy. And then I've slowed down because I got discouraged by people. Oh, you cuss so much, this, and this. And I do want to address that again because it keeps popping up in interviews. Your voice, when you don't cuss, it reaches a certain amount of people, right? My voice, when I cuss and when I speak myself and I ask my question, it reaches a different magnitude of people. So at the end of the day, don't try to shoot the messenger. Just listen to the message. Because it's in there. You know, I have a 9 to 5 and I talk one way, and I have my other side where I talk another way. But guess what? If I'm delivering you something that you need, don't shoot me because it came aggressive. Just receive the message.
And your audience, what ages do you think you get in your audience?
I got my stats, baby. I go from 18 to I think my oldest person is like 67.
Wow.
Yeah, I got range.
That's good. That is excellent. Yeah.
Each show, somebody's at least 50 or better every show.
Yes. I saw my stats too. And at first, I was getting like, I had 25, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. I didn't see the 18s. And then I did a couple of episodes and I see the 18s popping up. I said, okay, they like it. All right, that's what's up. So now I got all ages. So that's cool. And everybody, I got to shout out to all the podcasters because it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy, and you you learn different things from different podcasters. Like, you know, you gotta listen to different shows and get your ideas and get your thing popping. You know what I mean? And just start talking. Because there's so much going on in the world today. How could you not have a podcast? I mean, it's a lot going on. So you could talk about you could talk about the world, or you could just erase yourself from the world and talk about fun stuff. Because we get tired of hearing who shot who killed who, all this domestic and all this. And the mental health thing is out of control. So sometimes you're like, you know what? I really don't want to talk about that today. Let's talk about something different, you know? So podcasting is really taking off. I think it really took off with COVID.
Yeah. You know, I didn't start off originally with a podcast. I used to teach pussy economics.
No, what? Okay, explain that.
And then we called it to P economics. So I'm a professor first. So during the pandemic, people would just call and I would do big, massive video calls and I would just come up with questions. And they were like, you need to do a podcast. But I didn't. I would just put out content, just questions and short stories. And then I was just like, let's do Pussy Talks. So y'all want to hear me talk. But originally we would just talk about personal shit during the pandemic. And I went through a divorce. I was in a magazine. I had a quarantine divorce.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, I want to do a podcast. And it wasn't until my daddy died so I really believed in myself, because he would laugh, girl. He would laugh so hard and be like, you are so stupid. But then it worked.
He was your main audience, huh?
Yeah, I would be at the nursing home for 8 hours. And people like, why do you be at the nursing home for 8 hours? I'm like, girl, I'm DUI. That's why I'm at the nursing home. Because when I found out he had lung cancer, he was stage 4. I said, what you want to do? He said, I want to drink a beer. I said, I'll be right back. So I would smuggle beers and my titties into the nursing home and shot to my fanny pack, and we'd be DUI. I take a nap and be home to pick up my son from school. That's what it was for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I used to be at my mother was at the rehab. She was only supposed to be there for 2 weeks, but she caught COVID. And before you know it, when you got a good rapport with your parent, because I lost my dad when I was 12, but when you got a good rapport with your parent, you don't even realize how long you've been there. I would go to the rehab from 11 and leave at 10 at night. Just chit-chatting and laughing, and my mother was a clown, so we just laughing and carrying on, so I can relate. And you sneaking in, and I used to sneak in food for my mother too, like, here, you know you ain't supposed to have this, but it's all good. It was all love. So that's nice that you had that great love for your dad. That's awesome.
He was definitely dope. And as a writer, because I grew up with my mom, but you know, it's always been criticism. Oh, that's too dark, or that's too this, or that's too that. But I've always been a creator. And so for my dad to enjoy it, I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It was just... I
think I lost you.
You're easy?
Yeah, you're there. You came back. I got you.
Okay, somebody called me in the middle of the episode. But anyway, just to have somebody be like, oh man, that's good writing. Mm-hmm. That's it for me. So when I do a show every week, I don't really care about how the panel was. It's about how they respond to my writing that keeps me going, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. It does. So tell me, what is the future for CL from Puss Cee Talks podcast?
And I own my own sex store at PussyTalks.com.
I forgot about damn part 2. No, we're going to do that now.
Yes.
So, tell me about that. I forgot about that.
Yes, I have over 15,000 name brand toys in my thing. Also this summer, because people always want to meet me, I already host different parties, like regular parties, but I'll actual host my sex parties. I bring sex toys and put on a show for you and your girlfriends or boyfriends. And for a fee for me to come out to you, but I got to get there some type of way. Just to put on a show and to turn your party up, from bachelorette parties to just girl night slumber parties to just couples parties. That's what I used to do before I got married. The first time I was an entertainer. I've always been an entertainer, and I love doing parties, and I'm just really excited about the sex toy business and getting back into that. But most importantly, I'm also into the podcasting real heavy, just learning different perspectives and just hanging out with people. On my show, I don't do RIPs on my show. I don't do politics. I don't do religion. We only do sex, parenting, relationships, anything that's not serious. That's what you're going to find on my podcast, because I'm the person that you want to hang out with on Thursday night, drink, smoke, have a good time, and laugh, and go to bed like you went to the club. That's what
That's what's up. That is what's up. I hear that. Now, where can the audience find you? Because you all over. I mean, where do we begin?
When they say Google me,
Google. That's right.
Puss Cee Talks is 3 different words. Puss Cee Talks. When you Google it, I'm the first and only thing that pops up, from my sex store to my podcast. Even when you Google CL, I'm the first thing that pops up. I stream on all platforms, but if you want to catch my live shows, you can catch it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch live, but you can always stream into Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast at. That's where you'll find me.
All the platforms. All
of them.
That's what's up. And now you got a show tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow at 9:00. It ain't written yet. I'll write my shows until 15 minutes before I get in the studio. But
Get out of here. What?
Yep, I do.
Is there what's the reason for that? That's just your style?
I just thrive in chaos. I be stressed out all day, can't put it together, and then 15 minutes before, I'm there. Let's go.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
And now, one more question. Does your panel board know what you're talking about, or everything is just surprise?
It's a surprise. I can't tell you if it ain't written. Either you coming to hang out or you're not coming to hang out. I hate when people say, what's the topic?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you coming to kick it or you ain't, I don't know. Nobody knows. We just hanging out. We're having a good time.
That's what's up. Whatever comes to your mind, that's what y'all talk about.
Yeah, I write it down first. All my shows are recorded. I've wrote every show. I can go back to where and when I asked that question. Because people be stealing my... I noticed that. I know I asked that question because it's right here. But yeah, if you ever want to be on my show, you just got to be open-minded and to the right. I tell you what my show is not about. So understand everything else is off limit. It's on limits. We're good.
Yes, that's what's up. Wow. I'm so glad that you came on board. And it was nice. I'm just cheesing. I can see you on my show. I'm definitely going to watch your show tomorrow. I don't got nothing to do. I'm going to watch it. And even if I had something to do, I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to keep watching it. I love it. Very entertaining. I love your guests. And I just keep it up, sis. I'm proud of you. You keep going because you are doing big things.
I thank you for those words of encouragement.
Absolutely.
And thank you. Make sure you keep sending me your links. I share everybody. When I'm on social media, if I see it, I share it. They're like, you share too much. I don't somebody gonna make it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. For sharing my Podbean episode live. I really appreciate that. I was like, oh my God. She shared it. That was awesome. That was love. That was love. I appreciate that. Yes. But we're going to end it. So say something before we end the show, because I'm going to do my last little speech. So, what we ending with, Sia?
I got you, girl. Real quick, y'all. We only get one life. No matter what our passion is, life is like a sandwich. No matter how you flip this, the bread come first. So work your 9 to 5, but also understand you are a person, you are a being, and do what the you want to do from 6 to 12. If you're an entrepreneur, do that. If you don't believe in yourself, talk to somebody like me. I believe in you. Whatever the you down for, I'm down for. It only takes 1 second, one time to do something to make it a habit if you're really serious about it. The haysayers, the naysayers, haters, do you be the best version of yourself, because we only get one life and it's the end. That's what I got for you, Puss Cee.
There you go. Now it's my turn.
Talk your
I just want to tell my audience, thank you so much for tuning in to Listen Up, Listen In podcast. And I'm always going to say this: live, laugh, love you first, because you can't love anything or anyone unless you love yourself first. Stay healthy, stay focused, keep God first in your life, and hug your family and your pets just a little bit tighter. I love you, mommy and daddy, forever.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
That concludes this episode of Listen Up, Listen In with your host, Preezy. Hey, yo, Preezy, tell them how to keep in touch, baby.
Go to Instagram, Listen Up, Listen In 5687, and on Facebook, Listen Up, Listen In. You can also email me at listenuplistenin5687@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, by following me on social media, you'll be able to see all the platforms my podcast is on. Wherever you consume my podcast, hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when a new episode is posted. Rate, review, and share this podcast.
Listen up, listen in. Listen up, listen in. Yeah.